So I am from Deaf Zimbabwe Trust, like she said, and I am a legal officer there under the Disability Rights Law Center. So firstly, I would like to commend our justice system for the progress that is happening in our justice system. So as Deaf Zimbabwe Trust, we worked with the VFS, the Victim Friendly System, to actually come up with what we call the disability identification stickers, where we say that the initial problem is at the police stations. When persons with disabilities or women and girls with disabilities go to report, their case is noted down, but then when it goes to court, there is no identification that this person has such a disability and they actually need reasonable accommodation. So the stickers would work in the sense that if it's a deaf woman who has reported the case, there's a sticker showing an ear that is placed on the docket. When it goes to court, they will know that this person needs a sign language interpreter. So after our funding went, still the victim-friendly system is still continuing with the disability identification stickers. We also thank them from the victim-friendly courts, very responsive. When we have a case and there's need for reasonable accommodation, you can easily get a hold of them and they assist promptly. There's also an improvement in sign language interpretation in courts and at police stations. When I started working in 2022, there was one sign language interpreter nationally. But now there are actually, I think, more than 15 or 20, I'm not sure of the number. And they're still training more interpreters. So that is actually well done. And it improves justice for women who are deaf and girls who are deaf. I would also like to note that I want to thank Mem Tombeni. Maybe she doesn't know anymore, but we had a case where we had a girl who was sexually violated, and the person was in the village. She did not have any formal sign language, so even if you come with a sign language interpreter, she can't say anything. So what we did is that we asked for her to say, please, she actually called us and said, this case has been here for 3 years. Please, can you do something? So she allowed us to devise a way where we could try to interpret for the girl who is deaf and has no sign language. We put a person who is deaf with formal sign language. Then we put a sign language interpreter who is hearing. So we played that in court. We used pictures, and they were very patient in the court, and for that shows that there is the will to actually provide justice for women and girls with disabilities. So I would like to thank our justice system for that. However, there are still challenges, and I think most of them have been shared, where we talk about financial challenges. Women and girls face, if we say women are at the bottom, then women with disabilities would be very much disadvantaged. So they face challenges of financial assistance when they report cases. They have to work with an aide. They will need transport. And you heard where she was saying that you are then asked that go and find the person that they want to track. So you need to go find them. That's also a financial burden on the victim. So those challenges are there. They also don't have enough access to legal aid or legal education in general. They lack empowerment to report. So in some cases, the perpetrators can actually be the guardians or the family members who are taking care of them. So in that instance, that knowledge of how do I then report this? Or a case where it's reported, but you actually consult them and you talk to them, but they can't say anything because the person you've asked to assist you in interpreting or being with them as an emotional support system is the perpetrator. So those are some of the challenges that women and girls with disabilities face. Some are then married off after being raped. The perpetrator will just say, I'll give you a cow. And the family agrees because to them, this girl or this woman, a cow is good enough, right? So these are challenges that they are facing. And also a challenge to note is that there is a high increase in women and girls with intellectual disabilities that are being sexually violated. We went to Bindura and we were hearing stories of how women with disabilities are being said to be lucky charms for farmers who farm tobacco. So they say that they actually roam around and say, okay, there's a girl with an intellectual disability. Once you leave them, because the guardians sometimes need to go and work and make money, that is what happens. And they leave them alone. That man will simply go because already there's been a target and they believe that sleeping with them actually brings them more luck and they will have a bumper harvest. So that is why there has also been an increase in their cases. So the opportunities that we have is that we can do legal awareness for women and girls with disabilities, talk to them in our different communities where we are working, or also legal aid outreach. LRF does that, and I'm very happy for the work that they are doing. We get testimonies of their assistance. We also, there's an opportunity for us to use technology in digital justice, virtual hearings, online complaint systems, SMSs, so that we reduce the transport barrier that is there. Also, having the DNA, DNA is important for women and girls with intellectual disabilities who might not be able to really defend themselves when the perpetrator is found.